tired of watching the same YouTube channels.
And if you are too, we're going to share with you 5 channels that we follow that aren't RV related in this Midweek Update. Welcome back, everyone. So in this episode, we're going to share with you 5 YouTube channels that are non-RV related that we watch on a regular basis.
Yep.
Because if you're like us and you're always looking for new channels to follow, we thought, heck, why not give you 5 that we enjoy, and maybe 1 or 2 of those might be of interest to you. But before we do that, we want to do our weekly midweek update. And I'm guessing our update is going to be very similar to many of your updates as COVID-19 starts to affect all of our lives here in the United States and across the world.
Yep, in my school, we were shut down until April 13. They want kids safe at home. And so that's a unique endeavor that we're going here with something different. With getting the kids their work that they need to keep them educated until they can figure out if we go back to school or not. So.
Yeah, and as of this airing, we know that Kansas has already announced they're shutting down all of their schools for the rest of the school year, and I believe some other states.
Right.
So whether you go back or not at this point may be in question.
Right, and it's kind of scary, but
it is.
We'll see what happens because we have to make up any days that we miss because our governor expects us to be at school 180. So we'll see how that works out.
He may end up waiving it,
right.
and we'll
Never
just
know.
see.
Don't know.
And then at my college, we went to all online or virtual classroom for the rest of this semester. We have 8 weeks left, and it's kind of a challenge because, again, we're trying to take face-to-face classes and teach them virtually. We don't want to turn them into a true online because we have online courses. So it's a challenge for faculty to get up to speed quickly on how to use things like Zoom. And so come Monday, I'm going to be lecturing.
That's right.
From home or from somewhere. Probably not home because our internet's not strong enough. So the directive I've received is I can stay home until April 13th, work from home, unless I just can't. And most likely I'm going to need to go somewhere to either get a better internet signal, and most likely it'll be back to my office. But that's going to be interesting. Yeah. Teaching a lecture live through a computer. Yeah. I mean, I've never talked to a... Oh, wait, I have done this before, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
So, anyway, but that's what we're doing, and it's affecting not only schools. Today, again, we're recording on Wednesday afternoon. We just heard that Ford, GM, and Chrysler are shutting down their plants. We know that in many states, like our state, restaurants can only do drive-through or carry out, curbside. Yep. So many people are being affected by this. And so, yeah, we just don't know when the end's in sight.
Yep.
Yeah. We both talked that, something just feels off right now.
It just feels off. You just don't feel like a normal day. It just doesn't feel right. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I think that's the big update for most of us. Many of you who are RVers, I'm sure, are wondering, what are you going to do with upcoming reservations? And honestly, I think only time will tell.
We just have to wait and see what happens.
Yep. All right, let's get into this week's featured topic where we're going to share with you those 5 YouTube channels that we enjoy watching. Now, these are in no particular order, but we're going to go ahead and start with our first one.
One channel that we really like is called Butter and Salt with Krista and Kevin. Yeah.
Now, this channel actually is a very small channel, and at time of recording has less than 150 subscribers, but don't let that fool you. Even though Krista hasn't posted a lot of videos, the ones she does post...
She cracks me up.
Yeah.
Her sense of humor and her charisma with the camera... It's just funny.
Yeah, I was going to say, talk about personality. And so what Krista and Kevin do is they do everything like they've done some videos on how to make mixed drinks, like some unique drinks. Yeah. They've done some food taste tests. I love the one with the M&Ms, the flavored M&Ms. And her most recent video is she does a comparison between the new Popeye's chicken sandwich and the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Yes.
And she tells you right up front, there is no way Chick-fil-A is going to lose this contest.
Right.
You need to check it out.
Yeah, it's funny.
So if you're just looking for a lighthearted, fun channel, please go over, check them out, and if it looks like the kind of channel you like, you can subscribe to them and help them out. But yeah, we absolutely love Krista and Kevin over at Butter and Salt.
Yep.
All right, let's go on to channel number 2. one of the first channels I ever started watching and subscribing to is our next channel, and that is Syntax 77. Now, Syntax is a hiking channel, so he does a lot of hiking and backpacking, gear reviews, but they also will travel, and him and his wife Sarah will take these trips abroad, and sometimes they stay in hotels or Airbnbs or whatever, and they document their travels on their channel.
And Sarah is just so funny. The two have such good chemistry, and then they bring their dog Denali along. It's just a fun channel to watch. Now, their videos are long, because they show you every little part of their trip. But we just find them very interesting to watch.
I think that's one of the things I really like is when I just need to escape reality for an hour, I can watch one of Syntax hiking videos, and he takes you along for the journey, whether he's hiking in the White Mountains of New Hampshire or whether it's down in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. It just, you really feel like the way he films his videos,
that you're
there with him, and you get that real sense. And then the videos that Sarah's in, like you said, Sarah is absolutely funny as can be. And they actually every now and then will do a midweek update style video similar to ours where they open mail
time.
And this is a pretty good sized channel. Over the years, he's really built up a nice following of loyal viewers. So if you're at all interested in outdoors, hiking, backpacking, or even global travel, you may want to go ahead and check out this channel, Syntax 77.
The third channel we like is Finding Simon, and we started watching Finding Simon before his channel name was Finding Simon.
That's right. He actually started out doing van life, where he traveled the U.S., Canada, Mexico.
Clear to Alaska.
Yep. And then at some point over the last couple years, he decided to stop being a van lifer and buy a
boat,
if you call it that.
Yeah, it was a pretty sad looking boat, but he's done amazing things to it. It's going to be beautiful when he's done, and it's just kind of fun to see what he's doing.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend Melly sometimes is there with him, and they ride on their motorcycles, and he has a dog named Honey that he loves and takes care of that we get to watch. So
so if you enjoy watching somebody renovate a boat, and I mean, honestly, I kind of laughed about Simon's boat, but I mean, what he's doing with this, and his plan is eventually get it ready to start sailing and be more like the winds and sail around. But for the time being, it's all about that renovation.
And what he's doing is just beautiful. I couldn't do what he's doing, so it's amazing.
So if you like van life, you can go back and watch his early videos. But if you pick up right now, or you could start back when he first bought the boat, and you could watch him renovate. And and Melly really, I think when Melly's in episodes, she brings a lot.
She does. She just has some charisma with the camera. She just does her own little take on what's going on. So it's interesting to watch.
Yeah. So we really do like Finding Simon. And again, we've been with Simon now for a couple of years. And this is one of them that you especially look forward to every week.
When he has a new episode, I'm like, he's on. Let's go.
The fourth channel that we wanted to share with you is Pure Living for Life. Now, Jesse and Alyssa are really like homesteaders.
Yes, they are.
A few years ago, they bought a piece of land in Idaho, and for the first, year or two, they lived in an RV on their land while they cleared it and
got irrigation around.
got a lot of things done. And then they built their own timber frame home, and they're actually still in the process, but it's getting much further along. And when I say they built their own timber frame home, I mean literally he bought a sawmill to cut his own wood on site.
And they planed it, and they went to Maine
to learn how to do it.
Do the timber frame with the tools they needed and the training they needed. They did all of that.
So there is a lot of good content on their channel. Everything from how to timber frame, how to build a house, how to set up your garden. They do things like canning. They make ice cream. I mean, what's really great about that channel is from week to week, you never know what kind of video it's going to be, but it all relates to homesteading. And their goal with this whole channel and what they were doing was to basically build a house and be debt-free at the end.
They were the ones that got us interested in huckleberries.
Yeah.
So when we went out west, we're like, okay, we've heard about huckleberries. We got to try some huckleberry. Because they would talk about how good the huckleberries were and how they go pick them and use them for ice cream and different things and can them and make jams and jellies and so forth. So,
So if you enjoy anything along that lines of homesteading, gardening, cooking, definitely check out Jessica and Alyssa over at Pure Living for Life.
Our fifth channel and last channel they want to share with you is called Norp and South.
And we've been following Norp and South also for a couple of
Yeah.
years. And they've kind of went through a transition.
They have.
When we first started following them, they had just sold their house and moved into an RV.
Right, but what's interesting is the number of children they have.
That's right. It wasn't like 2 people going full-time in an RV. It wasn't even like 4 people going full-time. It was 11. That's right.
9 children plus,
Mike and Megan.
Yes.
Yep, the parents.
So they had an RV that they had to figure out where all the kids were going to sleep and what they were going to do and how they did that. So that was pretty interesting to watch.
They did that for close to a year.
Right.
Then they decided to go to Europe with
Yep.
the family. And they spent, I don't know, a good half a year
I
or
think
more
so.
over in Europe, staying in Airbnbs. Currently, they now rent a house in North Carolina, but they just got back from this amazing trip.
to Peru. So
Yeah.
they're always doing different things with the kids. They show you that. They show you how they do homeschooling. They show you their adventures, all the different things that they have to go through with the kids.
Yeah, it's very much a lifestyle channel. So, yeah, you'll see some traveling in it. This isn't, though, like a KYD
No.
cinematic channel. This is more of daily vlog.
Life, yes.
Yeah.
What daily life is like for them.
And quite honestly, we don't have kids, so the thought of even 2 kids seems overwhelming, let alone 9
Well,
children.
and they've adopted 5 children from China.
Yeah.
And 1 has a disability, so they have to deal with that. So
Yeah.
it's just interesting to watch, see what they do
Yeah.
and how they live their life. And I'm always curious how much their Costco bill is. So.
Yeah, feeding 9 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a really good channel. And again, if you're looking more of that lifestyle vlogs approach, then this might be one to check out. And these just seem like really nice people and really give their kids a lot of experiences in the world.
Right, exactly.
So those are our 5 non-RV channels that we watch each week when their
That's right.
videos come out.
Yep.
And hopefully during this little presentation, you maybe found a channel that interests you. I will make sure that I put links to all those channels down below in the description here on YouTube. So all you have to do is click it and it'll take you right to their channel.
Okay.
Let us know in the comments some of your favorite
we're always looking
YouTube
for
channels.
to watch.
Yeah, it'll help us out and it'll help all of you out as you read those comments. And till next time, everybody, we'll see ya.
On down the road.
Good night.